Number 49, drew attention to myself physically. I have spent most of my adult life hiding. I was raped as a young teenager. I wanted nothing to do with being a girl, much less a woman after that. I didn't want makeup and dresses and push-up bras. Those things put me at risk. Those things would make me visible. I wanted to be invisible and not draw attention to myself. I wanted to be safe. I gained weight. I dressed in baggy clothes. I didn't do my hair. But now I've spent a year being brave and working on myself and listening to people who love me and hearing them for the first time. Rob had me listen to Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars every day for the last 8 months. He wants me to see what he sees, not what I was told when I was younger by people who were trying to put out my light. He wanted me to see what my friends see. He wanted me to be free from the people who hurt me, from the people who made me feel shame and guilt and ugly and stupid and unworthy. He wanted me to be free from people who told me I was hard to love. He wanted me to see that no one whose opinion I valued believed any of those things about me, that the tape in my head was filled with lies, and the people who surround me every day, who see me in every area of my life loving people and being kind and encouraging and wise and funny and immature and goofy and beautiful, deserve to be heard. They deserve the space in my head. They deserve to have me whole and happy. I deserve to be free. I looked around at the women in my life and noticed how they were dressed. So-and-so looks great in that type of shirt. Maybe I could wear something like that. I put on makeup. I went clothes shopping and let Molly put me in dresses. I bought heels and called myself Rob's tall girlfriend. He's a foot taller than me, so for once he didn't break his neck bending over to kiss me. I was no longer invisible. We dressed up and went on dates. I did my hair. I wore jewelry. I felt safe. It was so scary at first. I didn't want anyone to notice. I didn't want anyone to compliment me or draw attention to me. When they didn't, I could relax and get comfortable. When they did, I learned to just say thank you. It really is that simple. Before, I would have pointed out all the ways I did it wrong. Oh, look at my makeup. I'm an idiot. Poor Molly doesn't stand a chance with me as her mom, etc. Now it's just a smile and a thank you. Sometimes bravery is allowing yourself to stand out. Episodes of Broken to Brave are released every Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you so much for listening and for joining me on this journey of healing and growth. If you want to go deeper into this story and hear it from a spouse's perspective, my husband and I have a Patreon-only show where we have an extended, behind-the-scenes discussion of every episode, which also posts twice a week. Here's a sample of our latest Patreon-only companion podcast. But I would come down the stairs and Molly would go, like, because I had kind of told you guys, like, I need, in the beginning, especially, it's like, you need to tell me if I look good. Like, you have, right. Because typically we don't have many mirrors in our house, because one of the ways that I had to treat my eating disorder was to not have mirrors and just go, I'm putting clothes on and I'm walking out the door.
Right.
Because what would happen before is it would take me 3 hours to try to get dressed. I'd have everything out of the closet. I'd be despondent and freak out.
And you'd ask me, and I couldn't answer because it all looked good to me.
And if you ask Molly, Molly's the worst one to ask.
Oh my God.
Because she says things like, oh, yeah, it's fine. I probably wouldn't put those shoes with it. And I go, why? And then she'd be like, well, one is a different shape. I'm like, oh my God, like, you're not even basing it on how it looks on me. You're like, it's just got weird criteria.
I know.
And so it would send me, I'd be like, oh my God, what's wrong with it? And she'd be like, well, it's I'm like, there's the stitching on the jacket. I'm like, I am talking about how it suits my body, not what the stitching looks like on the jacket. So she's pretty funny that way, but she has very strange criteria. So I typically don't ask her. So I would ask you and just be like, just tell me I look okay. You know, like, let me know. Do I have all the parts?
And I tell you.
Do I have all the pieces
Do I have all the pieces on? Am I closed up here? Yes. But you started wearing.
Well, hang on. I remember the first time
I had been doing all this work with, with my therapist, with Colleen, and doing all the, the homework and everything, and you guys helping me with that and listening to the song over and over, and doing all this work to change my thinking, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember one of the first times, so I put this outfit on, and we were going to I'm sure we were going to Otherworld Theater because of Molly would have something. And so that's always a fun excuse to get dressed.
Yeah, sure.
Because you're like, oh, I'm going out and I'm going to actually
wear skinny jeans there.
Oh, you had we queer-eyed you. It was cute. But anyway, so I come down and Molly goes, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I was like, yeah, I already know I'm a hot bitch. I don't need you to tell me what I look like. And she's like, what? I'm like, whatever. Like, I don't need you guys to tell me what you think. Like,
yep.
I don't need your approval. I know I'm a hot bitch. And oh my God, you guys were like, and Molly's like, I think we might have overcorrected. Like, we went a little too far the other direction, and now she's no longer like at all humble. Or, but you're like, no.
But I love it because you started buying clothes that looked great on you. You weren't afraid to wear them. You weren't afraid to get noticed for them.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, well, it didn't show.
Right. I was trying to do it anyway. I was doing it even though I was scared. So I would think, okay, I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to try to walk into this restaurant, and I'm going to hope that people don't look at me and go, why is she acting like she's dressed in her mom's clothes? You know what I mean? Like a little kid who's playing dress up.
What?
A kid who's playing dress up. You don't know this because you're not a girl, but we would always put high heel. You go and stand in your mom's high heels and dress and all of that. And pretend.
I wore brown socks and
oh my God, it's
terry
sandals.
Cloth shorts that were a little too short and a white T-shirt. I was being my dad.
Gross. And so,
and people would say, "Ew."
I felt like a fraud a lot of the time in the beginning because I was like, this is so not me. Yes. I wear black and I hide and I just do my thing and I'm frumpy and whatever. And here I was going, okay, I've actually put effort in and put makeup on and did my hair and put a dress on and
To hear the rest of this episode and get other exclusives, become a patron to Broken to Brave at patreon.com. You can also follow my blog at brokentobrave.com for even more insights and engaging content. Links are in the show notes. Broken to Brave is a production of Southgate Media Group, hosted and written by me, Martha Southgate. Thank you so much for listening. Now go do something brave.